Hello, wonderful people. I miss you, and Happy New Year. This is actually the first episode that I record in 2024. I don't know about you guys, but I started the year a little bit rocky because I was dealing with my health and everything, but it's all right. It's the 6th day of the year. I'm excited. This is my first episode of the year. I am trying, I have scheduled already episodes for you guys and everything, and the order they're gonna go, honestly, I am rethinking my strategy. I don't know if I should pull things out and have you, but it's gonna be fun. There's really cool episode. This episode will actually come 5th because it's gonna follow the first episode that I recorded about the Congolese elections, maybe the second episode I recorded about Congolese election. So this is gonna be the 5th episode, but it's the first one of the year. So yeah, so on December 31st, if you listen to the last one, you understand sort of the layout of the politics in the Congo now and how it's very identity based, and based on the results, based on the way the campaign was ran, and the result was not shocking, right? The result was not shocking because, and that's the thing about African elections, you never know why you have elections when you know who's gonna win anyways, right? Because it's, in a way, it's it messes with people mentality. It gives people false hope. It's a little bit dehumanizing, right? Because yes, people vote, but you can't help but knowing that regardless of what happens, there's trickery into it. And I know minorities feel the same way about in the US and with the elections that we had, with how you can win the popular vote but now win the electoral college and all of that. So it's similar in a way, right? We don't have the electoral college, but we have people who trick election numbers. But with this one, it was ran on identity, right? It was ran on, do you choose somebody who is de père de mère, quote unquote, a purebred Congolese? I don't know if that exists because we're all been colonized and we're all mixing and all of that, but whatever. A purebred Congolese, or do you choose a Congolese who also have foreign blood? And even though that person was born in the Congo, lived his whole life in the Congo, was governor of his province, did an amazing job with his province and everything, people, and you can even blame it on people, and that's the problem, right? You can even blame it on people and be like, oh yeah, they voted for this guy, because you're not even sure if the votes that were counted was legit, because the current president, the way he got in power was illegitimate, right? He made a deal with the ex-presidents, allegedly. That's how he won the first time. And the second time is he used identity, his camp used identity to discredit his number one opponents and everything. And his policy, for me, does not leave room for adequate development in the Congo, because the Congo is so rich, very rich. You don't understand how your daily lives is influenced by the mineral resources that is taken from the Congo, right? Companies are millionaires, trillionaires because of the natural resources of the Congo, right? So to just see how a powerful country, a very rich country, just continue to go down year after year, and this year will be our 64th year anniversary as a country. It's saddening for somebody who lives in the diaspora, somebody who studies politics, somebody who wants to work in development. It's saddening because you have a president who just rather be on a plane, travel outside of the country, than be inside the country. his promises have like he has not kept one promise. You know, like people have not been paid for months, for years. So it's just sad that, and it shows how powerful identity is, because by rallying up people based on identity, you chose the person that you knew against the person that is qualified. And the funny thing about the person that you know, because you know, like even in America, we had this thing, right? You choose between the two less evil. But it's not the same thing, because you don't even know this person. This person was living in Belgium their whole lives. They were living in Belgium. They were working in Belgium. They had a life in Belgium. They do not have, their only connection to politics is that their father was a revolutionary. That's their only connection to politics. Their father was prime minister, was a revolutionary. You know, he was instrumental in the politics of Congo and blah 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 blah. And that's his only claim to politics of the Congo. Whereas Katumbi, he was born in the Congo. Like, not only is he born in the Congo, he's worked in the Congo. He has had leadership role in the Congo. There's proof that this man can actually do the job. But we have given the presidency to somebody, by everyone's account. He was working at Domino's in Belgium, allegedly. And then poof, he's not the president. And all he does is point his finger at other people, saying he doesn't know, he doesn't understand. He does, like, you know that joke when Trump became president? The joke was Trump is Googling how to be a president. That's literally Tshisekedi right now. That's Tshisekedi. And it annoys me because, like, I have family in the Congo. They work, some of them work in the government. They are government employees, but they have not gotten paid for years. They have not been paid for years. For months, for years. Like, that's why Africans send money back home, because people would work. They work, but they don't get paid. That's why when they come here, their attitude is like, let me make as much money as I can. And they don't really worry about the social stuff, because, like, listen, we come from horrendous social rules and social justice. Like, social justice in our country doesn't even exist. So here I see money, I want to get as much as I can. Because people are like, oh yeah, well, how come immigrants don't, you know, like, they vote for Republicans and everything? Because Republicans are talking to them about money. You know, money that they never thought they would have. So yeah, and this begs the question, is like, as somebody who have never been to the Congo myself, working development policies, like, based on the rule or the standard that you have set, you know, with the election of this president, can I claim the Congo as my own? Is it fair to somebody who lived in the Congo, who's worked in the Congo? Like, is it fair for me to have more, like, power in the space of development than somebody who have been in the Congo their entire lives? They know the lay of the land, because my knowledge of the lay of the land is very, like, objective. It's very far away, right? It's not. It's subjective to a point, right? But I don't witness it day to day unless I go search it up on social media, or I ask my parents and all of that. So, but what does that say? Can we honestly, based on how we have a conversation on identity, can we honestly say that we can claim or we can fix the country better than people who are underground? Oh, Lord. So I was disappointed to find out that he won. I was honestly hoping that the other person win, because, like I said, he had experience. He had en français on appelle ça les épreuves, right? You can see what he's done, you know. He had like you can go point to, oh my god, this guy did this guy did that. He built roads, he built a hospital, he made sure that the employee, like the foreign companies who were coming to do business in his province, they were treating the people with respect, they were treating people with dignity. He was like, you know what I mean? That's a person that you want to go in front of the United Nations to talk about development. That's the person that you want to talk to, have a meeting with the president of the United States on how you can actually help, you know, people of the Congo. Because these presidents 2 years ago, they came to the United States on this, you know, big African American summit and all of that, and they were taking pictures as if they were little kids and everything. I'm just like, we didn't get anything that is substantive for the actual development of Africa. Because right now, the United States and China are like in an arm race for Africa, for Latin America, for the Caribbean, and all of that. So use that weakness, quote unquote weakness, to your advantage. But because of poor leadership, we're we're fighting dumb fights over identity, you know, or who's pure Congolese, who's not pure Congolese, or how do you define a Congolese? And that's just so, that's like sad for me, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So that's how I started my new year. I am excited for this year. I have a lot of plans. I have a lot of goals. Please don't forget to check out my blog, seetheworld.com. There's going to be a lot of changes, a lot of exciting things coming. So can't wait. Talk to you guys later. Thank you as always for listening. Bye.